A Texan, a veterinary doctor, speaks unvarnished truth about border control of Texas to Nancy Pelosi, and her response is absurd and unintelligible. Nancy Pelosi is humiliated on national television by this Texas cowboy. Up check alert. Nancy Pelosi's utter disgrace for the gruesome realities of an unsecure U.S. border proves she's not fit to hold public office. Texas veterinarian Dr. Michael Vickers, educated House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, Democrat from California, in a recent CNN-sponsored town hall on the realities of living on the U.S.-Mexican border. In typical liberal fashion, the Congresswoman glossed over the horrors that this man and his family have experienced in order to promote her fairy tale that, quote, sanctuary cities make us safer, end quote. Hideous violence in border towns. Zoot Feed's video is embedded in this link I'll leave for you from State of the Nation. You have to be warned that it's graphic as to what the veterinarian speaks of, but this is the reality of the U.S. border, U.S.-Mexico border. The video shows that for almost 4 minutes, this doctor and ranch owner described the macabre existence of American citizens who live on the U.S.-Mexico border. This man has discovered the bodies of women and children left behind. He even found his dogs playing with a human skull still filled with brain matter. The body wasn't discovered until a few days later. Vickers' wife has been confronted by members of the drug cartels at their front and even the back door. Their property has sustained tremendous damage from these criminals. Then this doctor asked Nancy Pelosi, do you support President Trump's proposal to build a border wall and get rid of sanctuary cities in order to protect American citizens? Most people who'd heard the facts this concerned rancher and husband laid out would immediately demand that the federal government do something to protect American citizens. Pelosi was tone deaf, and her excuses are unimaginably illogical. She responded with several BS excuses for why she does not support President Trump's proposal, and none of them make us any safer. Those fake reasons include the cost. You and I both know the Mexican government's not going to pay for the wall. Where is that money going to come from? Well, we've been happy to pay for it over and over again. That's the answer. Number 2, effectiveness. Nancy Pelosi insinuated that the border wall would not protect our borders. Well, it would keep them out a longer period of time. That, with modern technology, would definitely make our borders safer. Number 3, alternatives. Pelosi waxed philosophic about, quote, more technology and manpower, and, quote, as better alternatives to a border wall. She says, we'll all have a better result than thinking that the Mexican government will pay for a wall, end quote. Perhaps President Trump will wave his magic wand, as he did in Indianapolis. Out of courtesy, how would America fund more technology and manpower, quote, unquote, when she says we don't have money for a wall? Disobeying federal law makes us safer. To Nancy Pelosi, sanctuary cities make us safer, and other border towns should learn from their examples. Quote, this is what she said, quote, San Francisco is a sanctuary city, and we think it makes us safer because people, she means illegal aliens, people can go to school, get driver's licenses, and be witnesses and report crimes. We don't think we should make our police officers become immigration officers, so we think that the whole idea of sanctuary cities makes us safer, end quote. Actually, what Nancy Pelosi just described was an environment that was safe for illegal immigrants, safe from federal law enforcement. She never addressed the safety of American citizens. Quote, California is a border state too, she says, and many citizens near the border have expressed their concerns. But let me say this, you have one experience. Many of my colleagues and I have visited the border in different locations, but in a place like El Paso, for example, it's a community with a border coming through it. It's a safer place because there's this respect for law and order and everyone there, end quote. Said the woman who lives on the richest property in America. I'm not sure how you can confidentially assert that any sanctuary city has, quote, respect for law and order, end quote, when most sanctuary cities disobey federal law by not reporting the release of criminal illegals to ICE, immigration, that is. KVIA reports that in El Paso, law enforcement agencies there work together. When criminals are released, ICE is notified. That is why El Paso is safe relative to other sanctuary cities. They obey federal law and deport illegal aliens who commit crimes. This is from Before It's News, and it's on State of the Nation. A Texan, a veterinary doctor, speaks unvarnished truth about border control of Texas to Nancy Pelosi, and her response is absurd and unintelligible. Nancy Pelosi is humiliated on national television by this Texas cowboy. Upcheck alert! Nancy Pelosi's utter disgrace for the gruesome realities of an unsecure U.S. border proves she's not fit to hold public office. Texas veterinarian Dr. Michael Vickers, educated House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, Democrat from California, in a recent CNN-sponsored town hall on the realities of living on the U.S.